Hello everybody, today we are going to discuss a boy's song by Wilfrid Gibson. He was born in 1878 and he died in 1962 and was a great or say close friend of Rupert Brooke, whom we know as a war poet, and his war sonnets got worldwide acclaim, popularity, and here Mr. Wilfrid Gibson has composed a very short and very sweet melodious lyric, short poem in which he is talking of the precious gift of nature, that is freedom. Yes, he is talking about freedom here in this poem, and according to him, like men, birds too are the manifestation of life. Yes, so just as human beings are a manifestation of life, similarly birds too are manifestation of life, and they add beauty to nature, a joy to humanity, of course, when we see them doing their activities in a free manner, when they are freely just hopping here and there, flying from here to there, enjoying their activities. So that is a real joy, a joy for humanity, of course. And the poet here is quite delighted when he sees these birds moving from here to there, as they are born to measure the heights, to fly in the sky. So when he sees them doing all that, he really feels quite delectable. He is overjoyed by watching those performances of these birds. So he says that he doesn't want to possess just a single bird, just one or two birds, by encaging them. Rather, he would like to possess all the birds of the nature, or he would like to say that all the birds of nature belong to him, in place of saying that yes, this belongs to me because I have put that in a cage, or that belongs to me because that is in the cage and that is in my house. So rather than saying that, he would like to say that all the birds of the nature belong to him. So that is the idea here, and that can be done only, or that can be heard only, if he lets them all fly freely or enjoy the freedom of nature, which is for all. So this is what he is trying to convey here in this poem. So it's a very short lyric, a short poem in 3 stanzas, and the stanzas too are very short. So let's see how he begins and how he consummates or brings it to a culmination, a beautiful one that too. So let's see. Because I set no snare, but leave them all free. So all the birds of the air belong to me. So the poet is trying to say, because I set no snare. So as I didn't set any snare or any loop or any net to catch these birds, and let them, but leave them flying free, means I allowed them to fly as they want or where they want. Not encaging them, or not putting them into any cages, or not entrapping them, or not ensnaring them. I simply allowed them to fly freely anywhere or everywhere, wherever they want. And so what? All the birds of the air belong to me. So all these birds which are there in nature, flying everywhere, they all belong to me. I would like to say that they are all mine, because I am letting them enjoy this beauty of nature. I am letting them enjoy this freedom which is a precious gift of nature to all the beings. Like human beings, you too, birds too are manifestation of life. They too have life. So let them also enjoy this beauty of nature, this freedom. So that's what he means. And in the second stanza he says, from the blue-tit on the slow to the eagle on the height, uncaged they come and go for my delight. So the poet is now drawing examples from nature, images from nature. He's saying that blue-tit. Now blue-tit is a small bird with say a kind of yellowish blue and yellowish plumage. So blue-tit just flies on the slow height, we can say, on trees and shrubs and such, doesn't go on height. So from the blue-tit on the slow is a small fruit, a plum. So from the blue-tit on the slow to the eagle on the height. Now eagle is born to fly in the sky, higher in the sky. So whether, now these are all symbolic and conveying what? Whether small birds just flying on the low heights, and whether a bird like an eagle which flies in the sky. So whoever or whatever it is, if they, as they are born to fly and just measure the heights and explore different horizons, fly in the expanses of the sky. So these birds, when they perform their activities all freely, uncaged, they come and go. It means not encaged, rather all free, enjoying all freedom. So when they come and go, uncaged, all freely, without any fear of getting trapped or ensnared. So when they perform their activities in such a free manner, in such a boundless manner, so what? They delight the poet. So that's what he is saying, that he is delighted, he is ecstatic, he feels extreme happiness when he finds them enjoying their activities and their movements. And in the last stanza, the poet says, and so the sunward way I soar on the eagle's wings, and in my heart all day the blue-tit sings. So what actually he means here, that as I said, eagle is meant for height, and so the sunward way I soar on eagle's wing. So when actually he sees that eagle flying very high in the sky towards the sun, so actually he feels a kind of vicarious pleasure in that. It means he experiences that pleasure that eagle himself or itself is enjoying, going towards the sun and the height. So the same pleasure the poet too can imagine and experience that pleasure, the pleasure that eagle enjoys while flying towards the sun. So of course that happiness is infectious, that happiness is contagious when you see somebody or the birds like these enjoying their activities. Of course you cannot be happy inflicting harms or injuries on others or hurting others. When one is happy and enjoying life, you also get the same happiness. You will also feel that happiness, that is infectious, of course. So similarly, when he finds eagle flying and soaring in the sky and enjoying the movement towards the sky, the poet himself feels the same pleasure and feels himself going towards or moving towards the sun to that height. And in my heart all day the blue-tit sings. So blue-tit, as I said, is a small bird of bluish and yellowish plumage. So when blue-tit flying from one tree to the other, just here to there, it sings. And so the melody of the blue-tit, the song of the blue-tit, just resounds and echoes in the poet's heart all day. The joy that the bloated experiences or the bloated feels in flying from here to there, from one tree to other, from one shrub to other. So that joy of freedom can be felt and can be experienced only when you let them all free, and in that way they all can belong to you. And that's how the poet feels, that all the birds of the air belong to him. So he doesn't want to possess just one or two birds of the nature, rather he would like to say that all the birds of the nature belong to him, and this is the way to belong to them, this is the way to belong to nature, and this is the way to enjoy the happiness that they enjoy or they experience. And this is what we can do. This is actually a deed of humanity, and this is the joy of humanity, that we should allow everyone and everybody and every creature and every bird to enjoy this freedom. So that is the idea that Gibson conveys here in this poem. So I hope it's quite clear to you. So I'll come up with more such things, interesting ones for you. So till then, keep watching. Thank you. Bye-bye.